Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first time doing a voiceover, so hopefully it goes well. I just grabbed my Xbox headset actually, and I think it works pretty well for recording. I tried just using my laptop and that didn't seem to work very well, so we're gonna try this out. So today's speed build is a farmhouse. I originally had seen a picture on Pinterest and I used the outside of that house for inspiration. I kind of guessed on the inside, but the outside gave me, I guess, like a good base to start from. So in the front of the house, I decided to do some cedar posts. I had gotten the inspiration from a Fixer Upper episode that I had seen a couple months ago. They used cedar posts in the front of the house, and I wanted something different than the traditional white that I would probably normally do. I also added a faux fireplace. It's just 3 stories high with a brick wall covering. It adds a little something, I think, to that side of the house, but I didn't want to just use a traditional kind of chimney that you put on the top. I wanted it to be on the side of the house as well. Also added a red door to add some color because it is an all-white house. Same with adding just some little like flower boxes under the windows to add some greenery so it wasn't so neutral. I played around with the inside of this house a lot. I feel like I moved a lot of walls, a lot of windows. Some things were bedrooms and then they just like became not bedrooms. I don't know. It took me a while to kind of figure out where I wanted everything. But I think I eventually came up with something that worked. I wanted to add some nicer doors, definitely not the nicest, but I just kind of stuck those in there. So here I kind of wanted a large family space that's nice and open, lots of windows. Of course I had to add white cabinets because it is a farmhouse. I really wanted to find some sort of cabinets that had like a wood top because I feel like that's very common in farmhouses, but I couldn't find anything that looked like that. Added more of an old rustic oven and stovetop, and then I did decide to make a bigger island because this kitchen was pretty big. And those cabinets drove me insane. I don't know why they were so dark. I did put the white ones in. I don't know if it's where my windows are placed or where the lights are. I did move the lights around to try to figure out why they were doing that, but I never could figure it out, but that's okay. I added lots of kind of plants around the house to make it seem more fresh, especially with all of kind of the white walls and the white cabinets. I wanted just a little bit of color. I wish there were more light fixtures too. I know that there are in like expansions and custom content, but I do try to keep it to just the base game, and then you can of course change things up, add things, whatever is best. I really wanted a brick wall, but for some reason it just didn't look how I wanted it to, so I decided to get rid of that. Also, I do think that I changed kind of the white paneling that you see inside. I think I thought the paneling was like too wide, and I wanted it to look like shiplap, and there's actually like a wall covering in under the brick wall coverings, I think, and it kind of looks like shiplap, which is what I was going for, especially because the paneling that I was using had kind of those white edges. I really didn't like the look of it, so here I added that kind of faux shiplap look. Playing with the living room a little bit, kind of figuring out where things should go. Same with the dining room. I really tried to keep the farmhouse decor more neutrals, dark browns and blacks. Same with the wood floors, just trying to keep everything really neutral. I played with that coffee table for so long trying to find a color. I really wanted those pans to fit, so I did kind of move some things around in the kitchen to add a little bit more decor. Same with these little guys, just kind of moving them around. I don't know why that like coat rack did not want to go there, but we eventually got it in. Trying to add like a little mudroom type thing to the inside there. dining room, I had to put the table in kind of a weird spot since I do have those two openings there. And I know I can do a lot of different things with Move objects, but I really try to keep it so that everything works and you don't have to use any cheats to use the house. Same thing, I really wanted that brick wall, but I felt like it looked too modern for a farmhouse. So I decided to add kind of a tan accent wall and then tan rug, of course, adding some greenery in there to just add a little bit of pop of color. Decorating houses is not like my favorite thing to do. I actually really like building the outside and working with wall colors and the roof and doors. So decorating is definitely something I want to improve on. I feel like I see pictures of people and they just look so good, and I feel like I struggle probably way more than I need to. I had some trouble with the master bedroom, just figuring out what to do with that wall with just the one window. I wanted to do some lights, but I couldn't find the right lights for that. So I just decided to put the lights on the tables. I wish that I had like more, I guess, objects or things to decorate the walls with, but once again, I am trying to stay with the base game. Things just weren't fitting. I think I eventually did some shelving with like plants and books on it, which I guess ended up turning out okay. Something cool I did kind of discover through this was I was able to put a shelf above the fireplace. Like, I enlarged it by hitting Command bracket, I think, and you can place it kind of right above the fireplace there, so it gives your fireplace kind of a wood accent. But for some reason later on, like, my fireplace kept deleting itself, which is really weird. Like, when I tried to add a wall cover, my fireplace was deleting itself. It was so weird. I don't know what was happening. So I kept having to add the fireplace back in. Making like a little girl's room with some pink accent colors. I didn't want to add a whole lot to the kids' rooms just because I thought they could expand, they could become something different. Like, if you wanted a study or another master bedroom or a skills room, you could kind of change them around. So just doing basic furniture. Added some shelves in there. I like adding shelves above that little craft table because you can put toys on it and it just kind of fills up that space. Here I'm just kind of adjusting some chairs. See, my fireplace is gone. I don't know what the heck was happening. So, and I think I played around with some more wall things, but I didn't like, because it was a pink bedroom, I didn't like the green, but I didn't like the pink. Added some curtains to the kitchen. I didn't want to add a lot of curtains to the entire house, especially like the living area. A lot of my inspiration pictures, they didn't have any curtains over the windows just because you want to let a lot of light in and you want it to be bright and airy. Here, just decorating the bathroom, I did decide to add a window in there to kind of let some light in. Just went back and adjusted the back of the house because I think I moved some walls. Added a little patio back there in case you wanted a grill or a little bench. I really wanted a window there, but I could only use the 1x1 window and I really wanted the 2x2, but that's okay. Also just added a little bit of greenery to the front of the house. I didn't want to add too much. I didn't want it to be distracting, especially because of where I built the house. There are a lot of trees kind of around this lot, so I didn't think that I needed a whole bunch. So here is the finished farmhouse and the layout. I hope that you enjoyed watching my first speed build with voiceover. Let me know if you have any requests or suggestions. I'm open to all kinds of stuff. So if you are looking to download this family farmhouse, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery under the origin ID smubuhcakes, and I'll also link that in the description down below.